was a man lived over our part of the country one time. Davy Cormac was his name, but he was known far and wide as the Yank. Now nobody could ever understand why he was called the Yank. True enough, he spent 25 years in America, then the United States. When he came home and wore out the few bits of clothes he'd on his back, so he was no different to the man who never stood out at all. But wasn't the Yanking into town one fine summer's evening in the month of June, and who did clapping lion sitting on the bridge of the hill, chewing a straw, only Mickey the Pope Maloney. Now nobody could ever understand why he was called Mickey the Pope Maloney. So if the same boy who met the 12 apostles on the middle of the road, he wouldn't know which them was Pontius Pilate. So they were just chatting away there, and Davy was sitting on the bicycle with his 2 feet flat on the road. That was no trouble for him because he had legs like a common. Mickey said, "We got Davy, you're up to something this evening, you have a good suit of clothes on you, and there's a smile on your face and a split in your hair. You're up." He says, "I was in town last night and I squared this lovely girl. I helped her date a block of ice cream and I squared it for tonight. And she's after sending me word, could I bring a friend for her friend? And some girl is staying in the digs with her." Well, Mickey says, "You know me," he says, "as long as there's a woman involved," he says, "I'm your man." So now Mickey says, "Well, this be sort of a blind date. Now you have it." Well, the pair of boys got ready anyhow, and in less than 20 minutes they were on the road for town. They arrived in the town anyhow and put the bikes away, and they looked over and there the 2 girls were coming, walking across the street. Davy's woman introduced her stable companion, Mary Wright, and Davy introduced Mickey, his friend. So anyhow, Mickey looked up at this big girl. He says, "I put a lot of women through my hands down this last 30 years, but I've never seen as much woman in one piece before." He says, "You look lovely." So the women decided to quench the thirst with a certain beverage that could be only obtained in a licensed premises. And where do you think they went to? Down to Mary Ward's pub. Great Irish music, great Irish dancing, and they stuck into the drinking anyhow. And after an hour or so, Mickey's woman was lying on him, you know, her arm on his shoulder, and he wasn't used to that weight, you see. So he thought if he got her seated, she wouldn't be so conspicuous looking, and he got a wee skillet pot, the wee bit of plywood on top of it, and there you are, so say, "Darling," he says, "you sit down there on that and take the weight of your feet." And she says, "Not at all, Michael, you sit down and I'll sit on your knee." So she grabbed him, put him down and sat on his knee, and a few minutes after, the band started to play a few Kerry slides. Very lively now, very lively indeed. And they finished off with "Mary Kissed the Quick." Yiddly-daddy, 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 hi-ho, diddly-dum. And the third hi-ho, diddly-dum, she pushed Mickey down and she planked her 185 pound. Occupius on his knees, and the plywood snapped, and poorly he went tail foremost into the skillet pot. And all left was to free him. People pulled and pushed him. Mickey was getting bluer with the pain and the excitement. He thought he was going to be smothered for the first time in his life. So he had a big man there now, he's just finished work, and he had a big pair of hobnail boots, size 11s. The man says, "Would you throw a kick on that wee skillet pot until we get Mickey out of his predicament?" He threw a kick on the skillet pot, and he threw the skillet pot into smithereens. And Mickey emerged like a chicken coming out of an egg. Well, apparently nothing the worse of his captivity. Whatever effect that had on him, he never looked at another woman after. And the last report was, he died a confirmed bachelor.